challenging because we were trying to find the right green for Gamora that wouldn't put people off, but was also vibrant and kind of youthful, and it would engage people but without losing the element that she is an alien. She's not a Terran. I was very inquisitive about the fact that I would have to go through 4 to 5 hours of makeup every morning because I'd never had that experience. I always like to do new things.
Stuff that they can do now with makeup is just amazing. My makeup's pretty dramatic, but it's just so cool. I mean, when we first started, it was about 4.5 hour application. The bad thing about it is I can't sit while we're doing it. Sometimes I have a little perch and I lean on. They have these 2 sticks that they have, and they have tennis balls on top of them, and that's what I grab and perch my arms up on.
Rax, he's tattooed from head to toe. He has a grey base to him, and his tattoos are kind of red. Now, we went for keloid scarring, which is a kind of a technique used in tattooing your own skin, and it's actually raised, so it's a few mil above the surface of your skin layer. And in 3D, when you see that come towards you, it's really quite vibrant and quite interesting, because it's very, very different. We took a full body cast, we then went into molding it, and then we went into sculpting all the pieces, breaking them down individually, and creating the makeup itself. It took a while because there's stories to be told in the keloid scarring, so we had to kind of get James around, and he'd look at it, and we'd change the angle where things are going to be, what the story has to say, making sure that it said the right thing. And then when we finished it and put it on David himself, it looked terrific.
That's part of what we're doing. The makeup is a big major part of it. The makeup itself is maybe 5 or 6 layers of different combinations of colors, and it takes probably all total 3 hours, 3.5 hours maybe. The textures and just the depth, it's real. It looks absolutely like this is real skin.
That's the thing. I mean, you just can't argue with it, the finished product, because it looks so good. It's just totally worth it.
Space prison system filled with corrupt guards, and the Guardians of the Galaxy, before they're the Guardians of the Galaxy, are sent here to do time, and we're shooting one big massive shot that goes all the way up and follows our characters and goes around the whole prison, and it's the biggest shot of my life, quite frankly, and it should be a lot of fun.
And this set is intense. You could really house like 160 prisoners here, and I've never seen anything like it. Set comprises of 3 different levels. You see a lot of blue screen up here, so actually in the wide shots we'll extend the set up maybe another couple of 100 feet. Slightly unusual because of its structure. We had to basically build the whole thing out of steel, but that sort of, I hope, gives it a reality as well.
Prisons all around the world, how they act and what they're like, and how they're different from prisons in Britain or the US, to be able to sort of intermingle like those different looks and create our own look, I think was very important from the beginning.
The kiln was very much a grungy, dirty, toxic land. So anything we produced for that had the, grimy feel to it. It's dark and dank, and you can almost smell how nasty it is when you're there.
Then takes our model and starts to actually build the actual sequence within that, and James would come in and say, okay, well I definitely need this gantry at this height for this particular sequence, I need that cell there. Obviously the tower itself is a very specific thing, so even the little junction box that Groot gets to, that had to be at a particular height, because we're always working with virtual characters, so we need to know exactly where that little box needs to be, because he grows to a certain height. So we're always working within a quasi sort of virtual real space.
Here's the thing. It's a lot easier to do spaceships flying and crashing into each other than it is to have a A bunch of aliens that aren't there walking and talking and having a conversation, especially if they're not walking in a complete straight line. The most complicated scene we've shot.
It is a little weird sometimes, just kind of looking into nothing. It's just like one point you're looking at and you're supposed to be acting and talking to. I have to say that Sean Gunn, who's playing Rocket here in the movie as we're filming, has made it super easy.